based on each of their titled champions here through the spring to go into CECC. That's a good collection here from SNHU Blue. They were swarming the back net, the back line, and they make it all the way through off of that demo.
I mean, you got rebounds, you got demos. What's really left after that from SNHU Yellow? Nearly nothing is going to capitalize today, right? It's on those counterattack plays, and it's making sure they've got their side covered on the opposite end. First counterattack chance for Blue is actually the one that gives them that third goal.
And it's a very selfless style of making it happen because Hector was ready to go to pick up that ball, just needed a solid pass, especially across that back line. So, good looks by Blue. The much more fundamental safe game, and that's going to end up being an opportunity that Yellow brings right back upfield. So you had the two-man rush between Zexy and company. I believe it was Juice that couldn't quite get the winning strike to make it a 4-point lead. And so now they suffer into a 2-point differential, as just working that one off the corner, and that's exactly kind of quick strike offensive that Yellow desperately needs. Now, a lot of midfield possession play, solid defense from Chandler. That's gonna be a nice demo as this will thin out the back line, and Juice will find themselves up to 4.
Juice and Hector is becoming that duo to watch right now. I mean, look at the lineup there. Juice exiting the net saying, oh, let me just make sure that one falls right in the net, as it does. Just a laser there from Hector to line up. But it is still scoreless as Juice. Oh, to Zexy, the 1-2-3 to get things started.
Solid setup. They knew they were a bit faster than Savage Slasher. They had a man on the outside, and then it became a quick strike inside for Zexy. Wants to get their name on the scoreboard just within 34 seconds. What a great setup. SNHU Blue repeating the story. You might find it boring for them, but copy-paste is still successful. Eagle over to Cole Chandler. Rather, Savage Slasher is looking for a double tap. He'll get it. Great find and stride, and Yellow will finally get on the board.
This is one of those goals that should be worth 2 points. What a redirect into the double tap from Savage Slasher. Look at Hector.
And they're looking for a dude to bump. It's a good demo. Less than 10 seconds left. Yellow finds at least their one. They're going to need to find a few extra going to game number 3 because this one's still another Blue victory. It's all about hitting that timer at this point to see if they can at least match up to what their differential was last time. Some extra love shared between Penmen and company. But this one becomes a 2-0. Blue up.
Touch out the ceiling. And this is a marked difference from what we're used to. A pinch for Cole Chandler will find the first goal for Yellow.
76 miles an hour is a tough ball to stop, and with a couple of combined efforts between Chandler and Eagle, who would basically form two hands and Kamehameha that ball forward, it just goes blitzing by.
From Yellow crawling on the wall together. They're going to want to separate a little bit as one flies back to the goal just to get that save. A lot of defense being played still from Yellow.
And the way that the rotation is going, they end up in the same spots. Oh, I'm talking about dribbles. Apparently Zexy is able to find it automatic, taped it to his nose, found a nice sidewall spang, and is now able to just sling it over to a teammate. This is a great setup, and everyone had a shot at it.
Really wherever they are, wherever that ball is bouncing from. Ooh. And the same could go for Yellow as Chandler opens up the scoring.
I think through 4 games, this is the latest that we've ever seen a goal go through for this series. Most of them have been in the first 25 to 35 seconds. This one, a second over the first minute, and Yellow has...
Effort from Yellow to set up Savage Slasher. Yellow have taken the lead again.
Double commit. Unfortunately, Zexy had stars in their eyes, did not see Hector through them, and now that leads to a 2-goal swing. They don't come away with a third. It was looking like they were just about to bury Yellow, but can't quite get it done at this point in time. Zexy wants to, though. That's top bins. And suddenly, what was 0-0 for about 2.5 minutes becomes 3 in a row for Blue.
And it's part of the mental game as well, right? there's been so many where Blue start to rack up the score, and then they get that 2 goals.
Has been able to take over and take control. The ECC crown will be theirs, and the bid to go to CC May Madness is theirs as well.
There it is. I'll keep it alive a little bit, because why not? But Zexy, Juice, and Hector are your ECC champions. And they will boast that in the limelight right now. Yeah, do a move, Zexy. Well, off the bat, the answer is rather clear. And they even go for that range attack again to try to put them in their eventual misery. This is just turning into obliteration from Malloy. From the standpoint of Fenris, who ends up getting countered, comboed, and taken off the stage in one blast. A close encounter against Kazuya, and you can see how maybe that won't go so well. They get the dodge roll right in front of you and send you the other way. That said, looks like Thrigs can do the same, and there's that edge guard that we were waiting to see. Perfectly timed. Fenris is finally out.
Down about 22%. Hoping to be able to at least get away, but now they cut the distance short. And I mean, it's all about that pacing. They're not letting this be easily telegraphed movement as they teleport away. Now suddenly they're on the ledge, but I feel like Thrigs is still just looking for a way in. They do it via the katana. Make a solid grab. It can also just force you to go flying to one opposite side of the stage. But Tectonic, in a matter of 5 or so hits at best, we're at 97%. That's just Kazuya things.
That's exactly what I was saying. Like right away, Tectonic able to keep things close, and as soon as you get in the mix, you're gonna get blended out. Super Mario right away, down and out.
Now they just want to be able to get the job done here. They have him on the ropes, 80%. Super Mario is living on bonus time regardless. Solid grab. Oh, they spike him down. Should be able to recover. They can't. Ooh. Oh no! Suddenly we're down to final stock on the other side.
This is completely flip-flopped here. One slip there for Tectonic would have dealt it all, and it nearly has. Tectonic says,
nice dodge to get back to stage.
That is. It kind of looked like Xeon Retro was just threatening that that attack there off the stage, but then ended up committing to it. So great reaction indeed from Tectonic as they has turned that reaction into a body slam.
This is a dangerous spot to be if you're the Penmen. Then you know that they just have to just keep things kind of kosher into the floor. Basically, as Street Fighter as you're gonna get. Quick into the gut. They send them skyward. You're gonna bring them down, and now you're just getting cheesed. Oh no! The feet again. They can't quite get him dunked out. Woo. But that will be it. No matter how good that last stock was looking, eventually. You only had one to have to handle. So
I'm out of momentum. Laser doesn't hit. Recovery's there. Fenris going from one spin to the other, but it spins them into a blender as they try to go from the top platforms back down to the bottom, enduring the heat and delivering a volcanic outburst is Tectonic to get rid of Xeon Retro.
Minute 14.
On the recovery, those eggs are making it so difficult for Super Mario to edge guard, though, and so they've got to go back to center stage as Thrigs demands the stage control, pushing Super Mario up from the edge, over the platform, and back onto the platform for the finisher. Up air of justice, Thrigs does quick work.
SNHU is not dead yet.
On the stage from the absolute depths, so that's why you see the gamble done by Juan Cena, but yeah, Super Mario saw it coming. Said, no, I'm not going to allow that so easily. That being said, it's finally the kill from Juan Cena on 120%. That unwavering confidence.
Cool. Out of Fenris's corner.
Oh, we just got off of seeing Fenris against that Zero Suit Samus and how patient and timid they really did have to play. It feels like a little bit of that is fleshed into this one. Juan Cena.
Fenris trying to make the pathway clear. It's going to be through him, and anyone else is going to have an easy moment. They use the Octaslash to get back up there. They will send Fenris to the other side of the stage and give themselves some breathing room for now.
It offers them some time, but how much
Oh!
is too much? Oh, Threads keeps both stocks as Fenris takes themselves down.
Oh, they had expected to dunk them at the ledge. And then Riggs has decided they're just going to play like they're Captain Falcon. They're throwing shoulders, they're throwing blows, and they're trying to turn this into a reverse sweep. They throw a Mega Flare straight into the face of Xeon. Xeon has found at least some connections, but they will be tossed away. And so that throws us into the final set of our ECC crew battles.
Safety in their egg, in their shield. Not getting that edge guard to come down.
Good zoning by using that egg throw to really force Super Mario off their feet, and that forces them then to make a read as to what comes next. So wherever they land, wherever they're going to be jumping to. Oh! You don't have safety on the ledge for that long. That's a big headbutt.
Yeah, it might get that route. Again, Bullshot is thrown out. Hugo caught right in the middle of it. Back to the pier 4 before Ted Cousin and goes Bull struggling to stay alive. Eventually, you see the ladder going to be burnt down. It's just the forts trying to hang around for as long as humanly possible. Unfortunately, SNHU is going to clear out the house. They'll take our first one here at Night Market, 100 to 45. Oh my God.
They're going to drag them forward, and now they laser beam them from the side. Oh no, this has all gone sideways. They don't have anyone left for this team fight, and it's all gone sideways for Anna Maria. They're going to be going down 0-2 in this series with no one left to bluster. They try to have Hilioshi sacrifice themselves onto the cart, but it's just not going to be enough. And full defensive hold. They don't let that third point happen. SNHU is on championship point.
Nice. On the Sovereign now, and it's the patented Fly Noon. It's hanging out there. It'll get Sableye, and now they're going to start clearing out body after body, but still, it's a back and forth to bear back into a 3v2, and the spawns are much, much closer for Anna Maria. It is down to support as well as Blobfish to sustain through this long enough to hang around. Unfortunately, with Umber gone, I think your ability to win this right here, right now, will be shut down, but you put yourself...
See if they can be able to stand now.
Yeah, and you're gonna see this come out right here, and you're gonna try to find the critical hack if you are trying to get in there, as Ghost unfortunately won't be able to do so. Grim Run shutting down more bodies. Sound Barrier throwing it in a 3v5 as well as the Tree of Life. And unfortunately, this isn't going to work out at all. And now you've lost out on so many critical ultimates. Time is starting to dwindle away, and SNHU again gonna push this bot back to the check. Coming in from the Lucio, and SNHU will clear house. They'll be your ECC champions.
Job well done. Congratulations goes over to the Penmen. They will be sending, at minimum, 2 squads to CECC through being ECC champions. My goodness, SNHU really forcing Anna Maria to find big moments, and they just didn't have enough to be able to get through.